Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. He conquers the markets, he turns water into wine. His timing flows where chaos turns divine. Cut sharp enough to time the sign. Yeah, this man's no common trader. He commands the market's numbers. We call him Chef Bailey. The market bends beneath his flame. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. Markets move, they twist and swing. Every tick can burn or bring. Ryan keeps calm, he trusts his thing. The charts tell him everything. But when T1 makes ding, 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 the futures spread their hidden wing. And he is ready for anything. Vic's still looking like a restless king. Fear and greed run through the wire.
Most traders drown in charts and still miss the real levels. Get clear daily roadmaps for the S&P 500 futures. Levels, setups, and strategies that matter. Delivered straight to your inbox pre-market every morning. Subscribe now on Substack. Conquer the markets.
Hey, welcome back. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember Tim the Tool Man Taylor from that old show we used to watch back in the day. What was that called? I can't remember, but he always used to go, ho, 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 ho. And that is exactly what we got today. Today was a banger. You didn't have to do nothing but look at the trade plan title. That was it. That was the day. The trade plan title. Boom, done. We had some awesome trades today. Everybody in the room banked. I couldn't be more ecstatic. Led so many people to profitability today. Redemption. There you go. So good stuff. I'm excited to go over the trade plan. And I will just tell you right now, I've been gone all afternoon, messing with my dad. As you guys know, I'm dealing with that whole issue. And I come in, I just started making content. I got a ton of slides to show you guys, and I got no rhyme or reason behind which way we're actually going to do it. So let's get right into it, shall we? All right. Let me put this down. So got a little Ashton here. I went to the cigar store, treated myself to a box of stogies. You know, I tried to stop smoking. I quit for like 6 months. And, you know, sometimes you just got to treat yourself to something decent. So I guess if you got to go, you might as well enjoy it on the way out the door. So let me go ahead and just start this first. You guys, as usual, please follow me across all the social channels. It's Ryan Bailey Edge across. It's across YouTube, Substack, X, and TradingView. We have some awesome indicators on there. 80% rule. If you are a subscriber, check it out. Hit me on the DM. I will get you guys signed up. It is for subscribers only. This is a trade that works at least once a week, good for 10, 15, 20 points. It's amazing. So it's certainly worth it. Once you get it, it's yours. I don't want it back. It's all you. You can enjoy that. So obviously check out X and follow me on Substack, both of these. I try to put out a lot of content on there, especially Substack. I put out a really interesting post this morning I totally forgot about. I'm actually going to queue that up right now so that we can talk about it later. Because you guys are going to want to see this. It affects every single person here. Hang on, let me pull this up because otherwise I'll forget. You know, I get rambling and get going. So let me just get that queued up. There we go. All right. So where are we going to start here? Well, let me just start with this. Okay. So today was incredible. I mean, we pulled 70 points like butter. I was essentially short from 7 o'clock this morning. Then obviously when the cash session opened, I'm telling everybody, hey, listen, I'm short because it's all about the 64. and it's all about the VIX. And so let's get right into it. I'm excited to show you guys this today. I balled out, and actually I could have made so much more money, but I had to go take care of my pops today. We had physical therapy together. I'm getting ready to move in with him on Friday and take care of him for a month. So, I'm doing the good son thing, sacrificing the chips for dad. He wiped my ass for many, many moons. So now it's my turn to do the same. So let's get right into it here. And let's just show you guys how to use this plan to make some moolah, huh? So here we go. So right off the gate, this is the very first title right here. The 69, 64, 50 pivot, right? This was the short from yesterday. If you guys remember, once we got below that, I was like, hey, we're bearish under here. This is the line in the sand. Well, we opened below it. There was an untested daily there. We had our big significant 4-hour. Boom. The other thing that was super important, the VIX, the 1744 VIX pivot. Look at this. It's all in the trade title. You didn't even have to subscribe to the trade plans to get the money shot today. It was all right in front of you, which was awesome. I was super excited to present this to everybody. And so again, one of the things I wanted to show you guys, and I put little hints out there because guys, I can't tell you how to trade, but I will certainly tell you the levels that work. And I put cues out there for you. And the big one was, well, another big one was besides these pivots, but we started the day off in negative gamma. If for those of you guys who are subscribers to the trade plan, you looked at the options levels, you looked at the plan, the whole nine, you notice that negative gamma has been above the all-time highs all week. This means that we have, every time we see this, you can expect volatility, okay? Because we are in a negative gamma regime. That means dealers are hedging short. And so there's always going to be a lot of volatility when that happens. When we go into a positive gamma regime, that's when we get the slow, grindy uptrend days. But as long as we're in negative gamma, we're making money both directions, which is something to keep an eye on. Just knowing what regime we are in, negative gamma, positive gamma, can make all the difference in the world, especially if you're looking to play some rotations here, okay? So the deciding factor, the overnight session has drifted higher. It brought us into a massive resistance area, and that would be the deciding factor whether we move up today or continue to push down and make new lows, right? So this is what everybody gets to see who, I give a little pretext window for everybody, and then there's the paywall, right? And then this is my final thoughts on the paywall. It's the same thing that was up here. This is going to be an interesting day. We had red tag news both pre and post market open, and it says make sure you keep an eye on the 69.64 above below pivot. This will be everything for us. That's my horn. That's everything for us. And our VIX at 1750 major pivot. More power. All right, this was amazing. I love it when it works out just like this. Fantastic. So now let's get into it. I want to show you guys, and here is another huge deal, guys. So you guys know I talk about Edgeful. It is my new favorite platform. This is a statistics platform that gives you the most amazing data that really, it's so cheap, it's free. I mean, it's $50 a month, and I don't even understand how people trade without it. I can't believe I went this long without it. It helped me stay in my trade for 70 points today. I took 50 points on my first target, and I think 70 or 80 points on my second target. I don't know. We're going to get into it right now. I'm going to show you how I did it. It was incredible. Okay, so check this out. And I had everybody in the room on cue too. So let me figure out where I want to start this. Let's see. I got a lot of shit here. All right. So let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Where do we want to start? Let's just start with the VIX pre-market, right? Because we were talking about the VIX pre, right? So here we go. So here's our VIX analysis right after the beginning. The VIX, the 1744 pivot. So yesterday, as you guys know, we hit our massive 20 spot, which again came into play again today, but we'll get to that, right? Came into play, brought us all the way down into our significant pivot here. The daily at 1762 and the monthly at 1744. This is critical today. If we hold this pivot and continue to push higher, the indices will continue to see headwind and push lower. I mean, guys, this pivot has been massive for a long time. I've been talking about this, I feel like, for 2 weeks or longer, and it just keeps paying again and again. This is the gift that keeps on giving. Couldn't be happier with this level. Awesome. So that is a good place to start there. So also, let's pull this up for SPX for all my SPX peeps. So as you guys know, I always put these levels in the trade plan before we kick it off. We had the 69.72. And then also we had down here the 68.65 to keep an eye on. But regardless, this was our big above below today, which is going to come into play for our short here shortly. All right. So that is what's up there. Now, I'm sorry. I'm trying to I think I had a lot of this stuff. Let's see here. So this was the Discord, again, paying dividends big time, guys. As you know, this is what I put in the team this morning at 9:23. I sit down, kind of, reiterate everything for everybody. And because, we had pre-market news, et cetera. And so I'm like, hey, team, listen, 2 things to remember today. And it's laid out in the plan. The ES is bearish below 64. It's everything today. And the VIX is bully above our monthly pivot at 1750. Keep an eye on these 2, and the rest is history. And I think a lot of people in here already know what happened. So we'll go ahead and get into that right now. So first and foremost, where is my stuff here? So I don't know what I did with this. I might not have saved this. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. Well, all right. So I guess we're going to go here. It's a shame. It looks like I left some content out. So here was our VIX pivot, guys. Here we could see that the 1744 held. This pushed us up significantly, and we came down, and VIX pushed up, and the indices came down. We went right back into our 20 spot here, which was pretty awesome. Also, as you can tell, in the morning, this was SPX. I talked about this 69.26 spot. This is where our short got our starter at. This gave me the indication that, okay, this is really going to go. This is kind of where it all kicked off this morning. I actually added into this trade when this started happening. So we saw VIX going. Actually, I kind of showed you the aftermath. This was the VIX going right here. And then we held that spot. And then I saw SPX starting to kick it off. And so I started to get in short, right? So I'm getting short at this point, and everybody's kind of riding this with me. And this was our big major resistance here. And so, I'm looking for what's happening here. So I'm like, okay, where do I want to take these targets? We had the big 50-day moving average down here. And then I had this massive target down here at 86. So I had ended up adding in at 50, and my original short was around 61. So this has kind of brought my average down a little bit. But really, here was the big deal. So I always post this in the room for everybody. And this is this is where Edgeful really comes into play, which is amazing. So again, if you guys aren't using this, I suggest you check this out. It gives you this really cool bullish, bearish little indicator here at the top. But really, here's the main thing. Look at this. We opened within yesterday's range, right? There was 100% chance, 100, right, that we were going to break either the high or the low. Well, it would be ridiculous for us to break the high. And I figured as long as we're going to stay underneath 64, I want the low, right? That's what I want. If there's 100% chance, I mean, how much better can you get, really? That's insane. And so, it's just absolutely unbelievable. Then we had a few other things going on here that were still leading us downside short bias. And we're going to get into that a little bit more, which was super awesome. So at this point, I'm really kind of holding my shorts here and just kind of feeling myself. And, I told everybody before this thing kicked off, right? So we actually pulled back. This was my first target, and we popped up. We popped up like 40 points. I'm still holding. I took 1 at 10, and I kind of told everybody here, listen, I'm having a dream here. This is what I like to see happen. And I want to see it get down here, right? And so why did I think that? Well, again, this is after the initial balance had filled. The initial balance actually was the low here, right around 10. And maybe it was a little bit higher than 11. And then this stat popped up. This was on this. I love this. So here's the thing. As you guys know, I'm a huge initial balance guy. I love the TPO. And obviously there's a statistic that says essentially there's like a 95% chance or something like that. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. It's a lot that either the overnight high, the initial balance high or initial balance low gets broken every day. It's extremely high probability. But the issue is trying to figure out exactly which side is going to break, right? Because you never know. It's like, okay, what one side's going to break, one side isn't, right? So which one is it? Well, Andre has figured out how to do this. So Andre is, excuse me, the founder of Edgeful, and he basically figured out that if the IB high forms first, that on this day, right, that you have a 70% chance that you will get filled. The IB low will get filled. A 78% chance, right? That's almost 80%. I told you guys the 80% rule. If you ever get statistics like that, you got to take it. You got to take it. 8 out of 10 times, our whole our whole business is built on probabilities. And this thing is telling me that we have a 100% chance to wake a higher or the low of the previous day, which the high was really far from where we were at. And I knew we were underneath resistance. And then after we got my first target, we popped up 40 points in my face. But at this point, I'm still holding. I just took 40 points to the face and added back in once we got to the high. Because why? Because the IB high formed first. And so not only did I have this one working for me, but I also had the 78%, incentive that the IB low would break first. And so I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to hold it. And I just added into the trade, which obviously worked out very, very well. So as you can see here, this was the stats. So this thing, we came up, we played this a little bit more, and here was the IB by rejection, right? 78%. And that was my fill down here at 07. I would have loved to take this a little bit further. I was, as you saw from my initial targets here, I was expecting even lower today, obviously because of Edgeful. And actually, it was a little bit more because of Edgeful. I actually anticipated this way before it was in the trade plan, talking about as long as we hold that 64 spot, that we will more than likely make new lows, which is exactly what we did. So Edgeful really just gave me the conviction to hold on to my trade, which was a huge deal because a lot of times I will be convinced that something's going to happen, but it's like, I'm trusting my process. I'm trusting, my feeling of what's going to happen here. And this really gave me the conviction to hold on to this trade. And this will show you right here. Look, check this out. Here's right from the plan, right? So the 69.64 daily, 69.63 monthly. This is our major above below pivot for the day, currently playing in Globex and leading us lower. If we fail to push above this, we could potentially make a new low on yesterday. Boom, right? So I'm already in that zone, right? It was already out there. And then I got Andre basically telling me, bro, there's a 100% chance that we're going to hit one of these two. And I'm already leaning to the downside. So what more can you want here? Like, I already had the conviction. It's in the trade plan. I'm already shooting for the IB low. I'm pretty positive we're going to sweep the low for the previous day. And we did all those things. It was amazing. So much winning. It was just absolutely incredible. And then I posted this over here because, why not? I'll just show you guys. And again, I did this specifically for the room. I traded no more than 3 contracts today. And the majority of it was 2 cars. Here was what we predicted, and here was our final fills. Had a nice $4,300 day on the down move for no more than 3 contracts. And really, it was just 2 contracts the majority of the way. I actually had the 3rd contract that I scalped for 10 points here and there, just because I was like, well, if I'm wrong, I would like to basically not totally get wiped out on the day. And so I made enough money scalping the 10 points twice. So I was up $1,000 just in case I got stopped out. And as you guys can see, my stops were up here above the 64. I mean, that's how convinced I was. Never moved them. Figured we just wait and see what happens. So that was an awesome day today. And, people are always asking me, they're like, so what did you do? What's going on? So here was my fills and here was the targets, as you can see. And really, a lot of this had to do with Andre's, Edgeful process. So between the trade plans and then the conviction with the statistics backing it up, I mean, it just absolutely gave me, the juice to continue to keep it going. So these right here were the biggies for me that I leaned on today. And I thought it was really, really important for people to understand exactly how I use this, how I preach it in the room, and how you guys can use it as well. So that is not all, though. However, check this out. This gets even better. So that was just the short. But we also, of course, we're always bullish. We're still basically up, right? It doesn't mean that we can't come down farther. But here's the thing. The ES is a squeeze machine. We know that when we come down with a ferocious fury, that they usually sweep some lows and they come back up. Some people call it failed breakdown. Some people call it liquidity sweeps. Whatever you want to call it, it is what it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there right now for you guys and show you. And I called this out for the room. This is right as I was basically kind of hovering and leaving. And so right here, the sweep play. This is right in the plan. If you didn't even catch the short, say you were like, Ryan, there's no way I was going to short this. We squeezed so hard yesterday. I was not convinced. Okay, cool. So if you're just looking for longs, we had 2 longs, and I'm going to show you the other one. Hang on. So here we go. The sweep play, 68, 67, 50. We had a tested 4-hour, right? And then we had the 57 monthly down here, right? So here you go. A sweep of this level into the monthly, which we didn't get to, but here's where you needed to be cognizant. A reclaim of 68.67 could provide short-term gains and look to take profits around 80, which was all the way up here to our big weekly, right? So look at this. We swept this daily, which is exactly what I was talking about. And we reclaimed the 68.67. And you can see my little indicator here fired. What was perfect. Another daily sweep. What a great play. But here is the amazing part right here. So boom. This thing actually played for 80 or 90 points on the squeeze. So after we swept the 68.67 right here, we got above our 68.67 after sweeping the low. This was the reclaim that we were looking for. We were even riding that 2 standard deviation. Once they pulled back in here and we got back above the 83, this thing jettied. Now, I know you were like, Ryan, you just said there was 2 longs. What's the second one? Well, it actually worked out both times, but it certainly played out better the second time. So on the way down, I only had one little minor support. One minor support at 68.94, a 1 hour. And for those of you guys who trade with me, you guys know I don't even really like 1 hour levels. They're not big enough for me. I used to trade them like all the time, and just the probability on them is not good, right? So I would rather wait for something super high probable and look for a bigger move, because that's really what I'm after. I just want to take 1 or 2 trades a day. I want to pull, between 10 and 30 points on a trade, and just do that once or twice a day, because that is what this game is about. I want the meat. I don't really care about the shitty little scalps. I'll leave that for everybody else, whatever. That's on them. So here you go. So I even said right here, this is not a great level, right? But it's possible, because I have to let people know it's there, especially if you're short. You're probably going to want to take profits there, right? Because it could play. I don't know the reaction. Shit, it could have been an amazing level. I just know from my context, it wasn't great, right? So I said, look, if it plays, look to get back above the weekly at 68, 69.50, and ultimately 03 for continuation. Well, the 94 was right here. So on the way down, we played it, but we did go through it by 2.5 points or 3 points, but it did pop. And look what it went. It went above the 03 and came back up. If you actually got in at the 94, this thing paid a little over 20 points, okay? Not too shabby, but here was the kicker, and I noticed this after. Look, on the way up, because this level essentially played again, it was reset, which is another conversation. And we had a weekly here at 96 also. Look how they back tested, played the 94.50 perfect, and popped up and played again for 50 points. So again, I'm not going to say, that was the level, but listen, that was pretty nice. I mean, all these levels are playing. We caught the short to the high, to the tick, absolute banger. We caught the intermediate long. I'll say, okay, I'm not even going to count that one, because I actually saw it when I made this post. I love the retest here, but the 90-point squeeze sweep play, you guys, you could have either made bank on the short or made bank on the long. And looking at it, it looks like the long was just as good, if not better, than the short. So either way this went, the trade plans were absolutely phenomenal today. I mean, just unreal what we had here. And again, guys, I just can't emphasize this enough. I'm going to pull this up one more time so that you guys can see this. It was right in the title, 64.50 pivot. And this is just, I just cannot believe this level in VIX. I mean, just an absolute showstopper. I'm so impressed with this. And just to show you, it's not just me, guys. Check this out. Check this out. I see Bryce is on here. What's up, son? Look at Bryce with the $3,100. Bryce with the trade plan money. I can't believe it. That's his biggest score yet. I asked him, Bryce is new. Bryce is brand new to trading. He's been trading maybe 4 or 5 months. He follows the trade plans. He took the course. He understands how the process works. He trades with me every day in the room. This guy's a fucking killer. And he made $3,100 today. Dude's a fucking dentist, right? He's a dentist. He's like, he got a grill. He's working on grills over here, making money in the morning. Yeah, he's already trying to quit. He's like, I think I'm going to trade full time. Like, you better not, fucking dentist ass. So here we go. And then you got my trades over here. I got my $4,200 over here. Right. And then, look at Sco with the bank today, $680 conquering. Oh, my bad. My fault. He actually came back for more, 1,300. Mark putting up money. Mark. Okay. Mark is on the board every single day. I love it. Mark, you're a beast. You guys, and these guys are new too. Mark's new. Mark's probably been around 2 months. I mean, I can't be more than 2 months. I'll have to look, but he's brand new and he's just over here slaying it, doing his thing. I'm so proud of him. We actually had another guy too, my man, Polly. I'm going to pull up Polly. Polly be clowning. He doesn't like to post his gains for whatever reason, but look at Polly. Polly did 2, 3, 4, 5, right about 55, maybe six grand a day. I am so proud of my crew, man. You guys are absolutely show stunners over here. And I just couldn't be more proud of you guys. So I love it when the plans come together. I love it when everybody makes money. I make money, but I think I get more jollies and kicks off from watching you guys do your thing. I don't know. Like, it's just one of those. So, let me show you that other post that I had queued up. Check this out. You guys are going to want to check this out. This is for real, for real. I saw this morning, and I had to immediately make a post on this. I suggest everybody go to my Substack and read this. I'm not going to read it to you because I want you to check it out, right? So go here and read this, but it's so worth it. It's on X. It's on Substack. Just go click on it. You're going to love this. But this is a warning that we have a 70% chance that the S&P is going to crash this year, okay? I mean, all the data is in here. It's really going back about 50 or 70 years worth of data. We've had, 12 out of the past 17 times we've ended in a correction. Right now, it's expected about 18% correction. But it also tells you not only when it happened, how it happens, and what to expect after, which actually blew my mind. It was just really interesting. So you guys should check this out. This was a great post that I put out this morning. And, it's right around the corner. And here's the thing, here's something that you have to understand about the S&P. It actually is 100%. If we go into a bear market in the S&P, I think it's 2 years. Within 2 years of after the bear market, we make a new all-time high. This market is unfuckable. And this is just another buying opportunity. So I'm not looking for a market crash. I'm looking to ride down for, 10, 15%, play the down move, play the volatility, because as we know, we continue to be in negative gamma territory. So we're already bracing for this. Dealers are bracing for this as they are hedging short. And eventually we're going to get ourselves into a really nice buy spot where we can get long for probably months. It'll be very similar to the April tariff thing where we fell 20% and then it was just nothing but wood for like a year. And I have a strong feeling that's what's going to happen here again. So I definitely suggest you guys check this out. This is a fantastic post. Share it with your friends and all that, because here's the deal. We're always looking for buying opportunities. Right now, PEs are super high. I don't know if you guys have been watching the news at all. I'm sitting with my dad in the hospital room, and of course he watches Fox News and Fox Business, CNBC, all this bullshit. And they're basically talking about PE contractions and how the AI hype is just way overdone, right? So you've got all these companies who are spending billions of dollars on AI, and their technology is really not implemented correctly. And so they were getting a lot of basically AI hype, and now their valuations are super juiced, and the AI is not implemented into a point where it's actually profitable for them. It's actually to the point where Anthropic is making tools that you and I can code things ourselves. Like me, I'm not a coder, but I'm making the fucking coolest shit, and I can implement it. Like I made a Claude chatbot for my website all by myself. I don't need to pay somebody for that. And so they are basically disrupting the AI space, and it's really causing a big problem for a lot of these tech companies. So right now, the PE ratios are compressing, and they're coming down so that we can actually get some real buys. I showed you guys yesterday, Microsoft and Oracle and a few other ones. They're all getting slayed, and it's about time. So it's going to set up some nice buying opportunities. It might be a good time to start charting things out as far as stock wise, and look at some long-term buys here. Because if we do pull back 20%, I'm trying to ride the wave. Of course, we could always buy S&P and buy calls and all this stuff, but there might be some really good opportunities out there. So I suggest you guys take the opportunity to look at the data. It even tells you the months that you should be looking to buy in this data. It's just the most incredible post. I mean, I just was dumbfounded when I found it. I did a lot of research on this morning. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope that you guys enjoy the trade plan, because, we crushed it today, bro. It was so good. And I'm so happy my crew made money. And so I love you guys. Thank you for all the support that you guys give me. I couldn't be happier. And yeah, we'll just go from there. So today is Wednesday, right? Today's Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. Shit, I'll be here tomorrow, 5 p.m., same time, same channel. Look, check out, listen, I still have not had a chance to take the 30-day free trade plans off. If you get a chance, fill out your name in the landing page. I'll get you hooked up. You'll have the trade plans in your inbox tomorrow for a month for free. All you got to do is put your email in there. And guys, check out Edgeful. I have my link in this post right below. It is so worth $50. I just showed you I made $5,000 off of 2 or 3 cars, right? Like I just paid for that thing for like 10 years. And I know Bryce is using it. Bryce loves it. He's strung out on that shit. Why? Because he's smart. Dude's a dentist. He knows, right? I mean, come on. Like our business is based on statistics. You have 100% probability that something's going to happen. Boy, I wonder what I should do now, right? It's like, come on. Like this shit doesn't get any easier. This is really paint by numbers for real, for real. So you guys have a fantastic day. I expect you guys to sign up for Edgeful. I expect to see you sign up for the trade plans, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same channel for the post-market breakdown. And the trade plans will be in your inbox at 8:30. I will see you guys, and tomorrow we will conquer the markets. Ho, 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 ho. Be good.